Captain's Star Log, November 3rd, 2017. Welcome back, guys. It is time for another Captain's Log. I am your host slash captain, Captain Foley. Welcome back. So today's Captain's Log's got a few things in it, some interesting stuff. First of all, our segment on InnerSpace aired. It was awesomely done. I'm going to include in here the bumpers for it, as well as the full segment. It's just recorded off my TV because the high quality one isn't available online yet. Once it is, though, the segment will be included on our YouTube channel, so you can check it out just like the last time we were on InnerSpace. This one also includes not only the bumper from the beginning of the program, but also the introduction by my favorite host on the show, Morgan Hoffman. I loved hearing her say Captain Foley and just giving us the intro. It was fantastic. Meeting AJ and having the interview was fun. And if you want to see more of the interview, you can check out my last Captain's Log, where it's the trip me and Sylvia took to Toronto, where we talked to AJ, and there's a bunch of behind-the-scenes footage that Sylvia took, so you get to see more of the interview than what's included in this piece. So that's going to be the first thing I show you. Then we, me and Sylvia and Cassie and Christian went with my parents to a place just outside of Waterloo called St. Jacobs, which is Amish and Mennonite country. It's a small little town. You do a lot of nice shopping, but they have a model train layout there, the Aberfoyle Railway. I forget the full name of it offhand, but went there with my dad and the family to check it out. They had a beautiful night scene. It's all O scale, but everything's handmade except for the little figures of the people and the cars. The trains, the locomotives, the engines, the box cars, the diesel cars, the tracks, everything is all handmade. All the buildings, you can see in every building. Like I said, they have a night scene that the footage of is totally awful on the camera. You can see a few lights moving and a few things, but trust me, there's some fantastic details in that. You can spend hours in there looking around. So that's going to be included in here as well. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to say about that necessarily. So there'll be the InnerSpace segment, then the train segment, and then Halloween night, which was last night. I got some footage of the house and just what we were doing kind of Halloween night here in the Foley household. So you can see some of my everyday kind of routine, or my Halloween holiday kind of routine, if you're interested in that as well. That'll be the last segment. So it'll first be InnerSpace, just the bumpers and the introduction by Morgan with the segment, and then I'll switch over to the trains, and then we'll go to the Halloween. So hopefully you guys will enjoy all of that and really get a feel for what it's like hanging out with the captain, doing my thing. So if you're interested, please check out the whole video. If not, at least you'll know where you stand. Whether you're into trains, it's in the middle part. Halloween stuff's at the end, and then the InnerSpace stuff is at the beginning. And like I said, the InnerSpace stuff, the whole segment will be put on the Trekyards YouTube channel once it's available in high res. We will get that from them and make that available to you as we did with the last one. And like I said, check out my last Captain's Log. I'll put a link in the description below so you can click it and check out some parts of the interview that weren't seen on TV, which is awesome to get a behind the scenes feel for things. So hopefully you guys enjoy all of that, and I look forward to talking to you guys later. So yeah, let's get into the footage.
Tonight on InnerSpace,
Kevin Spacey finds himself in hot water while Star Trek continues to make waves.
we're full-on nerding out over last night's Star Trek Discovery.
We're not as archetypal as maybe some other iterations were.
Find out how you measure up against this hardcore Trekker as he compares ships, stars, and Klingons from the entire Star Trek catalog.
Let's talk about the Klingons in the show. They're, a little bit of an eye roll.
Then, find out why Guillermo... Oh, I love Stranger Things so much. I binged the whole thing, and I'm already watching it again. I have a problem. Moving back to Star Trek now, Stuart Captain Foley and Samuel Commander Cockings are hardcore Star Trek fans whose weekly web series, Trekyards, examines the ships and tech from Trek. AJ sat down with Captain Foley recently to get his thoughts on some of the ships we've seen so far on Discovery.
As always, I'm Captain Foley.
I'm Cora Cookins. Welcome back, April.
And today we're going to be talking about the upcoming Star Trek Discovery.
Stuart, we got a new ship. We got a new ship.
What if there are only two types of Star Trek fans? Ones who enjoy the characters and themes of the franchise, and ones who love its ships and tack. Captain Stuart Foley of the weekly web series Trekyards is one such superfan whose enthusiasm for Trek started when he fell in love with its ships and tack.
I just love the way they're designed. I love the realism and the fact they put so much thought into them by writing tech manuals.
Right.
And really getting into the heart of things and telling you how it works. You can pick out a Star Trek ship amongst a mix of other ships easily because of the look of them.
Yeah.
They do follow a distinct lineage, especially with the hero ships. You know, the secondary hull, warp engines, and the saucer section in different configurations. Star Wars is Star Wars. They don't really explain the tech, they just kind of jump into it. Star Trek has manuals written.
We are creating a new way to fly.
The ship, the Discovery, is very different than what we've seen before, but it sure looks cool, anyway to me.
Yeah.
Is that the consensus with all the tech heads?
A lot of people, well, it's one of those ships, it's very polarizing. You either love it or you hate it.
Right.
I've loved it since we first saw it in the original teaser like a year ago. It's modern Trek for a modern audience based on the future of today's tech, not necessarily the future from the 60s. And this is supposed to be 10 years before Kirk and Spock.
Yeah.
So I have a little bit of a problem with the way they've gone, but they've explained that by the end of the series, it'll look much more like TOS. So they're going to go back to that look. So I'm interested to see how they're going to approach that.
Shenzhou, what were your thoughts? I mean, it's pretty similar to the Bridge of the Discovery.
That was a fantastic design, but I see it more of a post-Voyager design than TOS era. Out of the first episode, the pilot, that was one of the most amazing things in that. Just seeing the ship come through the sand cloud, the thrusters firing, it was just so realistic and so amazing.
Let's talk about the Klingons on the show. They're, a little bit of an eye roll. Maybe we're not all fans of the way that the Klingons actually look, but what about the tech of the Klingons, the ships?
It's an even bigger eye roll.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Klingons from Star Trek have always had an iconic look. Their ships are one of the favorites among fans.
Yeah.
The D7 is just such a mean-looking ship, and it's so alien in its design for the time. The new ships, they just seem so organic. They seem like ships of the week from Star Trek. They don't stand out.
This is Commander Burnham. Commencing reconnaissance mission to field void an unknown object.
And that was a very great example of the tech. It had the heads-up display on the inside of the glass. If you look at the suits from Foley and Webb, it's a 60s budget.
Yeah.
But if you go back to Enterprise, those spacesuits, this was a nice progression from that, and that's kind of what they're doing. I love the ships. They are very important. They become very iconic. It's a place where you feel at home because you're with these people on this ship for, in TNG's case, 7 years. It's familiar territory. You feel at ease when you're there. So I think the ship is one of the most important characters in the show, and they got to do them justice.
What the hell is going on this ship?
Coming up.
Hey guys, Captain Foley here, doing a captain's log today. We are in St. Jacobs. Sylvia is with me. So is Cassie and Christian and my parents. We're here at the, I forget what it's called.
St. Jacobs and Aberfoyle train.
The St. Jacobs and Aberfoyle Model Railroad. This is all O-scale, all done by hand. Everything's built by hand here, except for the cars and the people. And
I'd be happy to.
thanks. So yeah, guys, they're gonna do a night scene in a few minutes. You get to see inside all the buildings, all the trains, all have people inside. It's pretty fantastic, actually. And there's some steam locomotives. This is all takes place in 1957.
If you guys know your history, British Columbia joined Confederation in 1871, 4 years after the original. And the deal was that Canada... This is posted. Twice as big as HO. This is 148. HO is 187. Interiors look through the windows. see people and stuff in the stores, and all the passenger trains have people on them, and they're all lit up inside.
What do you think? I thought it was all HO stuff. No, I never heard it was going to be. I probably did, but actually. That's a curve.
A lot of the central where the tourist area was full size here. They're stooges on the train. They don't really love real people. Seamen. They all finished in Ontario in 1960. There was no more commercial steam. There's still steam. We have a 1913 steam engine here in Waterloo. Still runs all.
Christian.
I didn't realize how short you were until you were standing. You're so tall in our family. But when you're standing beside that, you're short. Like the tallest one. Are you on?
Nothing serious. There's a good scene right now with, well, now there's only 2 trains, but a minute ago there was 3. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, if you guys are ever in the St. Jacobs area, I recommend coming and seeing this. It's absolutely fantastic. Hopefully I'll get some good footage and stuff for you guys to enjoy. But Sorry, I kept getting interrupted by the gentleman there. He's selling some N-scale stuff, and I'm a huge N-scale train collector. So he's got like over 48 locomotives and stuff. So this is beautifully built. It took them 40 years, they said, to build all this. It's all built by hand, except for the cars and the people. And yeah, it's all representative of parts of southwestern Ontario here. So absolutely awesome. This is my dad, everyone. Never mind. Hi. We've even got Superman here. Superman is in the phone booth there.
Forward or back? Forward.
So yeah, definitely worth the trip, guys. You gotta come check this stuff out. Really cool.
What are you building?
Here, I would guess maybe a factory or something. That there is being built with steel iron. No, what did he say?
How you doing?
Hi, guy. I was just busy I was switching over in the refinery.
Oh, yeah? It's just quite quite a lot of things.
another train.
One gentleman here looking around. There you go.
Hey guys, it's Halloween night. Captain Foley's here. He's wearing his Demogorgon shirt. Not wearing my Starfleet jacket tonight. I actually just dropped Cassie off at work, but here's the front of the house. Got the tombstones out. And it's 6:15 right now. The neighborhood's starting to get kicking with kids, so it's kind of exciting. As you can see, there's a bunch of people milling around, doing their thing. So here's more of the tombstoniness of the front yard. We got our vulture out, and our jack-o'-lantern. And I think I'm going to get the full-size mummy out as well.
Okay.
So I dug the full-size mummy out of the basement for this. Probably scare a few kids. Because as I've always said, Halloween is about scary, not about cute. I hate the cute Halloween decorations. This is where it's at. Spooky. So guys, now it's about 6:45 and the house is, it's dark now. You get to see the tombstones and everything. So here it is, guys. It's kind of dark here, but get the tombstones, you get the idea. And then up here, jack-o'-lantern, our vulture, which is really dark on here. And then the mummy, which is actually pretty terrifying in this light. But I love it. And now to me in this lighting. I love it. Scary. We're also wearing my Trekyards uniform-esque there. So I'm dressed as Captain Foley for Halloween this year. Can't go wrong with that, can you? And of course, in here we're watching Star Trek.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, sure. I'll go find Dr. Bashir.
later we're gonna watch Vampire in Brooklyn, and we got a few other things we want to watch. So
Okay, Dan. We're going to monitor.
so yeah, guys, here's the street. It's really dark on this camera. I don't know why. But there's kids out and about. And what? Here, check this out. There's garbage on the side of the street. You know why? Because tomorrow is garbage day. Now, what stupid ass city makes garbage day the day after Halloween? Because you put your garbage out, and all the punk ass kids, teenagers that come out later, are gonna tip your garbage cans and stuff over. So that's one of those things that grinds my gears. What do you guys think? I love Halloween. I just wish it was a little warmer this year. It's a little bit chilly. So I wasn't sure if I should put the front light on because it kind of ruins the effect. But at the same time, it kind of doesn't. It actually makes it a little bit creepier. Because you can see the mummy back there. So what do you guys think? Should I leave the front light on or turn it off? I think I'm gonna leave it on. That way the kids know that they can come here. Because the last kid that came wasn't sure if he should go up to the door. And when I answered the door, he says, your light's not on, so people aren't sure if you should be trick-or-treating here. I'm like, yeah, but that ruins the effect. So, but anyway, I'm gonna leave it on for now and go from there. So, I gotta put my garbage out later, which really sucks. Makes me sad. So, guys, it's like 8:30. I thought I'd go for a walk. This is my son, his friend Ben's house, and they always go all out for Halloween. So we're gonna take a look at everything they have here, and I really enjoy coming down here. I used to go out for Halloween as well, but not so much anymore.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, you ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
cauldron. That's cool.
Thank you very much. A lot of trivia. It starts in the morning.
No. Cost you an arm and a leg, eh?
Yeah. Actually, when we start to think about how much we pay, I can't think.
Oh, great.
Just went through a haunted house. You know the one on Conway? Oh, I've never been there, but I've seen.
Well, Alan's crazy.
But yeah, I went without it last year. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's really go all out. Check that out.
Yeah, they're really scary over there. They got shoes on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we did that. Well, we have our one son. Our one son sits out here for the evening dressed up, kick motionless, and looked up at the we were talking about that.
Love the werewolf in the window there. You guys can't really see him so well. But no, these guys go all out, and like I said, I used to do this kind of stuff. Not quite this extreme, of course, but yeah, they really do a great job. Alright guys, there you have it. That's everything all in one episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It was a fun week. Lots of jam-packed stuff going on. Seeing myself on TV again was awesome, I gotta say. Samuel did record like a 22-minute segment to get little nuggets out of, but we both kind of expected that wouldn't get included. They did focus on me primarily on this one, but that's fine. Maybe they'll have us back. That'd be awesome to talk at the end of the season about more of Discovery. I think that'd be really fun because this is our second time back there, so it was really awesome. And we really appreciate all the guys from InnerSpace. AJ Fry, meeting him was awesome. Like I said, my least favorite host, if you watch my last Captain's Log, I actually say that to him, you're my least favorite host, and he gets a kick out of that because he's like, fair enough, because you know Morgan's my favorite and Teddy's a huge Star Trek fan, and Teddy's a really nice guy, but he wasn't there unfortunately. But as I said, check out my last Captain's Log, talk all about that. I got to meet Morgan and I got to be interviewed by AJ, which was awesome. So hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed the trains. I love trains. I love N-scale and HO. I do have some N-scale train steam locomotives and HO here. I want to do an N-scale layout at some point. N-scale is my favorite. Actually, Z-scale is my favorite, but it's way too expensive. It's a lot smaller. But that's that. And then of course Halloween, my second favorite time of year. The first is Christmas, which I'm dreading because I got to get all the Christmas decorations out, and there's a whole bunch of stuff piled on top of them right now, and I got to get the tree out and get the other little tree down here set up and decorated. It's frustrating as hell for a few days getting everything out and organized and reorganized and put back, and then at the end of the Christmas season getting it put back in its home for the rest of the year. Frustrating time, but what can you do? It's something you have to do, right? And I'm firm believer that no Christmas decoration should go up before Remembrance Day. After Remembrance Day, it's free game. I used to go up right after Remembrance Day. Now it's pretty much mid-November is when I put stuff up. So expect of Captain's Log kind of detailing all that stuff later. All the Christmas ornaments and stuff that I have will be going up on the Trekyards tree down here, as you guys have seen in past years, so look forward to that. And anyway guys, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Please subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to check out other videos. There's other videos you guys might like. I'll actually put the link for the other Captain's Log right here. Check it out. Bye guys.